Exercise does increase the flow of nutrients to bones, right? It improves your whole circulatory function. Physical activity will stimulate the activity of the cells that clean up and produce bone cells, right? Weight-bearing exercise is more effective. So you really want to be on your feet and know if you're doing pool exercises, because of the buoyancy, there's no weight bearing happening, and that will not help to build bone mass. Pool exercises are wonderful if you got osteoarthritis and your joints hurt you and you want to get exercise. It's a great way to do that, but it will not help to protect bone mass. I just want you to be aware of that, okay? The more strenuous the activity, the stronger the bones become. Bones grow according to the stresses placed upon them. Excessive exercise does not induce bone loss. There's athletic amenorrhea, which does. And these are when athletes are over-exercising so much that they no longer have a period, a monthly menstruation, right? So bone density is greater in people with physically demanding jobs. Athletes have greater bone density unless they're way overdoing things. Dose dependent, the greater the activity level, the more bone density. And an exercise training program can increase bone mass between 5 and 10%. This is seen in the data, right? Bone mineral density is higher in athletes than non-athletes. Athletes involved in high impact sports, right? These are all impact, weight bearing, substantially higher bone mineral density than those in moderate impact, like table tennis. Cycling, by the way, runners have a higher spinal bone density than cyclers, than those who bicycle for exercise. Not saying that bicycling is not good exercise, but it does not provide the weight bearing that really promotes the bone density. It doesn't mean your bones are going to die, diminish and weaken, and that doesn't mean that. So don't hear what I'm not saying, but know that you are going to have a higher bone mineral density in the weight bearing and impact sports. Okay. Muscle mass is the most accurate predictor of bone strength. If somebody has, sarcopenia, and that's another success module that you'll read about, but that has to do with the loss of muscle mass as we age, because we just start sitting and stop moving, right? So we want more muscle mass. That means our bones are going to be stronger. Stronger back muscles equate to stronger bones in the spine, the vertebrae, and the hip bones. And fitness is an indicator of bone health and strength. It truly is. So the more fit you are, typically the stronger your bones are, okay? If you're very inactive, bone and muscle atrophy, they atrophy very quickly when you do bed rest. Just 3 days of bed rest, and oh my gosh, muscles are weakened. Person's gonna be really weak when they get up. They're not gonna have much energy. When bones are broken, right? That can happen when activity is reduced for any reason. Right? About 1% of lumbar spine mass is lost per week during hospitalization. So obviously a long hospital stay is going to weaken the lumbar spine. The body tries to compensate. Once 30% of trabecular bone is lost, the bone loss can stop. So the body's trying to stop it. And remember, the trabecular bone was in the jaws and the spine. And so the body's trying to stop this, right? It doesn't want it to keep happening. Movement in bed does not reverse bone loss, by the way. Standing 2 or more hours per day does. So you've got to get weight bearing.